Hi all. Right, welcome back. Enemy Action Kharkov. Soviet Solo Take 2. This will be part 73. I had to check there though because we had stopped halfway through this, but I've put that part together. Now, I've uploaded everything apart from 72. I'm just watching that back now, which is where we just finished off here. Now I've kind of stirred things up here with this situation, which is good. It's good to get these things looked at, because it felt a bit strange, a bit interesting, a bit odd. Maybe should this be? Hang on. Right, he just put his siren off there just as I paused. Anyway, right. So I posted the question, I laid the cards out like that, showed the situation, explained the situation about this unit moving down, and like the major offensive, these guys been able to have 6 against this situational 2. So these are the 2 active units, and I've spoke about all this already, but I suppose this is a new part. So they've got enough strength to come down and attack that guy, and then the problem was it looked like there was a restriction being broken, and with that I mean this guy can come down and into here, and then no restriction is actually broken there, because I think one of them that comes into it is because this unit this is active and not actually moved, because I think he's now in dangerous round when this unit moves down, right? Well, he is, yeah. Okay, but that he's active and not already moved. So let me zoom in a little bit there. Let's see what we're looking at. Active and not already moved. So, but then when I proceeded to bring the other unit down, and he wanted to go in this hex, which he could reach, but to be honest, he could go to either hex if there was a problem. But it didn't matter which one he went to, because when he went there, this was now in dangerous round. Now this wasn't an active. Well, hang on though. Hang on. No. Grant, you've got that wrong. Come on, guys. How did you not spot that? Oh no, hang on. Is it because... No, that's wrong. Maybe I've been stirring something up that didn't need to be stirred up then. I've not thought about that. Now, of course, nobody's seen this video. I've only posted the question. Ooh, have I explained myself properly? Well, because the thing is, I'm thinking that this unit has now acted, and he's acted and had an action. Well, he's not yet. He's still active, because all he's done is move adjacent to this unit. He's going to attack this unit, so he's still active, and he's got something left. That doesn't mean he's got to still carry out this attack. So I don't think that counts. Because the unit is still active and then not yet acted. I mean, it's done part of its action. It's carried out the movement part of the action, but it's still got to carry out the attack part of the action, possibly the advance after combat part of the action. Whereas if it was just a movement and he had just moved here and that was him done, then he's now not active, and then this could cause this problem. Oh, okay. I've not spotted that. I mean, I'm pretty sure my question... well, hang on here. Right, okay, I've been paused there a while. Going to try and write an apology. I'm feeling bad now, because yeah, this didn't need to come up at all, I don't think, because the units are still active. they can be classed as active and not yet acted, I think. They're only halfway through their activation. They can still attack, they can advance after combat. Well, yeah, I think that's all they can do, but I mean, they are still active. And I recall this before once when I thought the same thing was going to happen, then I remembered that the unit had just moved, it was still active. So by this unit coming down here, yes, this guy is in dangerous surround. Let's see how it words it in the book. I think it's the same wording in the book, isn't it? Step 5. No, it's not step 5. What is it? I'm looking at. Sorry, it's restrictions, isn't it? Yeah, where are they about? They're at the beginning of the movement. The things, I think, aren't they? Movement restrictions. Do you not? No. No, it's turn 4 onwards, Grant. Yeah. Yeah. Well, in fact, it words it even better here. Do not conduct mind you. It says, do not conduct a move that causes another German unit to be put in danger of surround in a hex and Soviet support. Well, that is the case. It is conducting a move that does put this unit in danger of surround and it is in Soviet support. But here's the bit, unless that other unit is active and has not yet performed its action. I mean, we've not completed the action, but it's that bit when it says do not conduct a move. I don't think it says that in the player aid. I mean, in the player aid it says don't cause any German unit in hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous surround unless that unit is active and not yet acted. So the wording's kind of slightly different, but I want to kind of feel like it's the same thing. Well, you know what? I've put a reply back to John because John's came and tried to work it out for us. John Butterfield, the designer, has came and tried to work this out. He was even a bit confused himself. I think he says, he says the confusion including his own. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling bad because I think I've led people astray here. I did think I'm pretty sure I explained it all though, but maybe hang on. Yeah, because I even mentioned the fact that now where are they? Here and here, isn't it? Where's the other way about? Well, I got these mothered up before and I put them back in the wrong place. I think it is. I think it's the other way about. I think they're like that. Well, I'll fix it just now anyway. Well, I know where they're going to end up. 11's going to end up here. So even say that Unit 11 moves to hex 1211, right? Okay, well, I can look at the picture and find out where they are. So he moves there, and I even say that no restrictions appear to be broken. Although, interestingly, Unit 13 is now in dangerous surround. So he's in dangerous surround. But, and then I highlight the restriction again, don't cause any German unit in hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous surround, and then I put in bold, unless that unit is active and not yet acted. Well, he's definitely not yet acted, he's not done anything at all. But I feel by moving him there, I mean, I was thinking that this unit's not active anymore, it's acted, but it's not, it's still an active unit, because it's got to attack. It can't carry out the attack if it's not active, surely. I mean, if all we were doing was making movement, if I was moving here and then moving this unit here, yes, I would be breaking the restriction, because that's him done. He's moved here and he's done. But he's not, he's still got more to do. So yeah, I think I've got it wrong. And of course, when we're putting the post up, it's quite possible that not everybody's thought about it the way because it's quite a big post that I've put and trying to explain the whole situation, and maybe everybody's just looking at the fact that and you're not seeing it. Maybe if they seen it in the video, they would say, well, wait now, Grant, this he's not finished acting yet, so it doesn't matter yet, he's still active. So the part about um, him being active and not yet acted still applies, I think. I mean, I think it does. So, yeah. Um, well, with the post, the question there, it's on PGG under, what is it, SS Major Offensive. Martin said at first, he said, no, I mean, I concluded that this was restricted and I wouldn't be able to do it. Martin was agreeing with that, he felt the same. However, Tom Castle came back and says, I don't see any reason not to perform the major offensive. The only units put in a dangerous round are the 2 attacking units, and the action card specifically allows ending in dangerous round, which it does, and this is what brings up the problem with it. And me and Tom's got a valid point there. I mean, it's the intention probably is for them not to care at all, but it looked like this situation was different because it wasn't using that. It was using a restriction from the restrictions, and it wasn't the restriction that said it may not end in dangerous round. It was a different restriction about the other unit moving and putting a unit in dangerous round. However, Martin came back and he said if that is a correct interpretation, he says, because there is a distinction between being permitted to move in dangerous round and placing another unit in dangerous round, and there is, and that's what I kind of was like trying to lead to as well. He said it may be a good idea to add a similar exception to the second restriction as there is to the third, e.g. do not conduct a move that causes another German unit to be put in dangerous round unless specifically allowed by the action card. Well, that sounded good to me, how you put it. And then Tom came back saying, I can't see any point in the major offensive card saying attacking units may end in dangerous round unless attacking units are in fact allowed to end in dangerous round. For me, that clearly overrides other restrictions. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the intention is that these guys don't care. If they were putting another unit not into dangerous round, that's a different story. But we're talking about the units that are active, that are carrying out the action, the major offensive action. So it does kind of make sense. However, the way it's written in the rules, I think I could still sort of argue that case that, well, we are breaking a restriction if I wasn't actually getting this wrong. However, so yeah, and Tom finishes by saying, well, we'll see what John has to say in due course. So John has just come back just before I sat down, which was perfect timing. And he's replied, hi all, took me a while to get to the core of this confusion, including mine. So I think it's maybe because, John, I've really led you up the garden path a little bit. Here is a clarification that is limited to action cards. Let me know if it deals with the issue. So he's got quotes, if an action card directing a unit to move to attack allows the unit to end move in dangerous round, that allowance applies to the unit throughout moves of all units in preparation for that particular attack. I suppose he's got in there in preparation for that particular attack, because I read that and I thought, that seems a bit wordy, but that kind of takes the problem, the slight issue that I'm maybe still considering out of the equation, because this unit has moved here in preparation of attack, and this other unit is moved in here and causes problems. So that maybe there is room for something like that. I've came back and said, hi John, thanks for taking the time to come and try and sort this one out. Your timing was perfect as I was sitting down to continue my playthrough. However, I was only a few minutes into discussing this in the playthrough, and that's when I actually noticed that I don't think this was a problem at all. When I move the second unit, number 13, it will indeed put unit 11 in dangerous round via the first half of the restriction, don't cause any German unit in Hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous round. And then I've got the second half in there as well. But however, Unit 11 is still active and not yet fully acted, as it still can attack and advance after combat. So I'm not sure if your addition is needed here. Sorry about that. Cheers. So kind of feeling a bit bad about that. However, I quite like the fact that preparation thing. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'll see if anything comes back from that. The good thing about it is it is intended that these units can still do this. But I think I could have worked that one out myself. From what I'm trying to do, I should have been able to work that one out from myself. So yeah, apologies for all this confusion. Okay, right. So, well, that is indeed how these units would end up. Yeah. So they are going to do this. They don't care about in dangerous round. Um, um, if it is needed, this addition that John's talking about, but I don't think it is because you're going on too much, Grant. But this guy's still active. That's what I see, and I didn't see that last night and go all like flustered and wondering what I'm going to do. Okay, right. Well, let's get on with this then. So they are going to carry out this attack, which I'm kind of glad about. I thought, well, actually, we've maybe been seeing. No, yeah, this is a second action card, wasn't it? The first one was bold attack. Yeah. So yeah, I figured they might not do anything overextended. Did we look at that? Yeah, we did. It wasn't very. Oh no, we didn't have any cards in our draw pile. That was it. I looked at it. It's something to do with your cards in your draw pile. So I figured that we're going to go right through this card and have to draw another card. And I'd rather not do that, but I mean, there's a chance of losing a victory point here, potentially. So that could be bad too. Right, well, let's just carry on then. And try not to cause more trouble, Grant. Right. So these two units have come down here and moved. Let's forget about this dangerous round, but you know what I mean? No, see, it's never going to. I don't think John's going to need that part because any time these active units are moving, they could put another unit in dangerous round, but that's a different thing. But if they're only putting themselves in dangerous round, it doesn't matter because they're not finished their activation. Okay, right. I think we've explained that enough, Grant. Right, so they're moving down. They're going to attack. It was only the 2 units were active. It was a situational strength of 6 against 2, so they did have the 3 times. All active units proximate. Move to adjacent. Right. Oh yeah, this is major offensive. And I forgot about all that. Oh, maybe we didn't want this to happen. Right, because this is army this time, but not just army. This guy would probably come and join if it was just core, wouldn't it? Because remember, it's only a Kampfgruppe card, so we only activated these 2 units. So even if this said lead units core, so this is a lead unit, 11. So non-active proximate units in the lead unit's army join attack. Oh, this is part of the army as well. This guy, possibly this or them. Oops, this could be horrible. Okay, right, how do we non-active proximate units in lead units army join attack? Right, and this is going to be the same thing too. They may end their move in dangerous round. Yeah, they're all going to become active. Okay, but there could be other restrictions broken. Right, there's a bit to work out here, isn't there? Right, I didn't kind of see this coming. So let's move these cards a little bit. We can get them out there. I've just done that. I took a picture last night before I posted the question. So, well, there's quite a lot. Can these guys can't get down, can they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's not proximate. He won't be either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So they're out. Well, let's just see if no, these can't, because I remember watching part recently and they weren't able to get down here, were they? So it's 1, 2, 3 into the broken, 4, 5, 6. So this stack cannot. However, this guy can, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So he can reach. So he's active. He can reach. He can reach. He can reach. Oh, this is, yeah, not good at all. Right, so we've got selector number 6, 10, 14. See, the thing is, though, here, hang on, Grant. Maybe Unit 13 shouldn't have even moved yet. Action. Right. It's gonna... I'm not sure, though. Because it says the action, all active units proximate to qualifying target move adjacent to target and attack. And then it says non-active proximate units in lead unit's army join the attack. Does that mean they join after we've moved our active units? Join attack. I don't think that's written anywhere, is it? I just opened the page and it opened right at page 21. And you know what? This is the German action terminology. Join attack. It explains it. Good stuff, guys. Well done. When conducting a German attack, a non-active German unit proximate to the Soviet unit stack under attack may be eligible to join the attack if called for by an attack action description. If so, move the unit adjacent to the Soviet unit to participate in the attack. The restrictions of 10.1 and adjustments of 10.54 apply. Right, it's just not confirmed what I wanted to be confirmed, though. I don't think when conducting a German attack, a non-active German unit proximate to the Soviet unit stack under attack may be eligible to join the attack. If so, move the unit adjacent to the Soviet unit to participate in the attack. It's just not quite. I feel like that's saying a sort of after the fact thing that we move our active units adjacent to attack and then the other units join the attack. I just mean, the reason I need to know this is because Unit 11 is a lead unit. He would have moved first, right? Unit 13 was he the one that was here? No, he was the one that was here, I think, wasn't he? I can't remember. Well, wherever he was, what I'm then meaning is, do we now look at these other units that are proximate and ascend in order? So this is Unit 6, so he would then move next. And it might end up, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. In actual fact, he can only reach this hex. But Unit 10 is next, for instance, and he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could reach this hex. You know, so I know it's probably, I just want to know the proper way to do it. I know it probably doesn't make any difference, really. But, I mean, it says that 10.54 applies the adjustments, and that's adjustments when you move adjacent to a Soviet unit. The other part about that is it's saying the restrictions of 10.11 and the adjustments apply. Does that mean they don't get to consider this? May and move in danger. No, they must be able to consider that. They must. However, it's not really saying about the attack card. It's not really mentioning that. I mean, right now, while we're carrying out this action, if that we need to abide by 10.11's restrictions anyway. It's just that breaks that restriction. That one restriction about them ending in dangerous round doesn't matter. Ooh, I'm getting struggling a bit here, which is a shame. Okay, I went away and posted a question about that again. Hope it doesn't turn out it was daft as the last one. Well, maybe it wasn't daft, but well, it kind of was, Grant, because I don't think it needed to be asked. Right. Anyway, let's not go back to that one. Because I think it could matter in the fact that certain units will maybe not be able to get in to attack and different hex positions and whatever. So how are you going to conclude that then, or are you going to wait for an answer? Well, no, I want to keep going. So, well, if I say, it's only going to be this. This guy's going to end up in here. So let's not move this unit. Let's assume that these are all now. Well, the thing is, it does say it's a non-active unit. So these aren't classed as active units. Yeah, what did Martin remind me of that recently? They can't be wage units. They're non-active. But surely there's got to be an order in how they perform here, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that are proximate to this to join this attack. Oh, excuse me. Right, well, I'm going to move them in numerical order, ascending order. And we know that this guy should end up here, so hopefully he does end up here. And if not, maybe we can wangle things about. So unit 6, however, I don't think he can reach here. Did we not just check that? It's 1, 2 breaking zone of control. See, I went out there first, which I didn't need to do, did I? So 1, 2, 3. Oh no, he can go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 into the broken. So if he was to act next, well, it's a 10.54 again, isn't it? Which you should know off by heart, really, Grant, but I never like to take the kind of chances. Right, a hex that would cause a Soviet unit to become surrounded. Well, we know this guy's already surrounded, so no need there. And then a hex not occupied by or adjacent to Soviet German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit. All these well, actually, you can only reach these 2 hexes. So both these hexes apply. So then it's empty hex. So he would actually do 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 in there. Now, is he breaking any other restrictions? And I'm also assuming that he doesn't care. He's also in the same position as us, because that's part of the card. And I'm totally on board with that one, that he may end his move in dangerous round. However, does he... Why am I running out of space? Right, okay, let's just get the units moved just now, Grant. Copy it across. Might give somebody a chance to reply to another daft question of the day, maybe. Right, so if we were going to send an order, who would be next? Right, it'd be Unit 10 here. So where can he reach? Can he get anywhere else? Let's move that back there a little bit. I'm just wondering if he can get down in beside this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So no, that's into the woods actually. So no. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he can reach either of these 2 hexes as well. So there's not an empty hex this time. So most movement points to reach. Well, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it doesn't matter what way he goes. This is going to be more, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we can do it that way and get 5. But however, this one's only 3. So that does seem to mean that he's going to move 1, 2, oh, out. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. That's most movement points, right? And then again, has he broken any other restrictions apart from he can end in dangerous round? That doesn't matter. Hang on, we've got a gap there now, haven't we? How did we get that gap? It was this guy moving, wasn't it? Hang on then, hang on. Let's put this back. He was there, right? Where was this guy? Was he there? I think he was there, wasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I know he was on a position X, because I remember moving him last time. Right, so we do need to check this one, because see if these guys... Oh, I think, well, he's... Right, we had him down to here. As a restriction, because it's just there is some opening here, but no, they can't get around while this guy's here. And remember, it doesn't matter about any of these guys getting surrounded, because these are all, well, there you go again. Are these active units? It says they're non-active units. Oh, this is getting worse. Okay, I've just ran and edited my post to ask if these units, the units that are joining the attack, are classed as non-active units. I mean, I think they must be, because it says there on the thing, non-active proximate units join attack. It's kind of like they're reinforcing battle, but from lots of different places, positions. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to copy this across anyway. Let's get these other units moved into place, and then we can copy this across. I might need to take a pause anyway just now, see if I get any response, see if I can work out this. So, yeah, was he was not breaking any restrictions then, because this guy's in the way, I think. Because one of these guys could go 1, 2, 3, 4 into here right now. That doesn't surround them though. Sorry, I'm not showing you that, am I? I'm talking here. One of these units can break zone of control. 1, 2, 3. It's an infantry unit. 2 into the woods, 1 breaking zone of control. So 3, 1 back into there, but it doesn't surround them. I was hoping for a nice, easy sort of finish to the turn tonight, and I might have got that done, but what this looks like, it's not going to be as straightforward as that. Because, yeah, everything else is fine there, I think. So if I do start to go and move this unit, however, does that enable this guy to get further around? Maybe not, actually. These are all infantry. So it'd be 1, 2. That'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can't get further around anyway. Yeah, I mean, these are all infantry. I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, there's 2 units. So yeah, that is the best they can do anyway. And the mech units that are in there would have to go 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, nah. So I don't think it is mattering. So where did I say this guy was going? Into this hex, wasn't it? Because it was the most movement points. That's it. Right. And I don't think there's any restriction broken there either. I'll zoom back in a little bit. So who else have we got? Well, we've got these 2. This is 13, this is 13. He's 2nd SS, so he would be next, because these are 57 core. So there's only 4 steps. So if it was working the other way, then he would have been in there. But now, well, actually, he's still going to go in there because that's most movement points. Yeah, he is. Well, that's good then. So that's going to be right. And then this unit 13, well, he's already adjacent. So he might, during a German attack, during a German attack action, a participating German unit already adjacent to the target will move to a different hex adjacent to the target. Doing so causes Soviet unit to become surrounded or become flanked. Well, he's in a town, can't become flanked. He's already surrounded, so no, he's just going to go like that and become involved in the attack. And then this guy, as long as he's not breaking any restrictions, can go 1, 2, breaking zone of control, 3. He's only going to be able to go there. And he was there. Yeah, he's not breaking. Well, see, here's the thing again. This guy could go 1, 2, 3, 4 and surround this guy, but the card surely allows for this guy to move into dangerous round. I'm pretty convinced that one's right. I'm just not sure how to move the units as they join the attack. And, well, the other bit was, are they classed as active? Because the restriction about don't cause any German units in hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous round unless that unit is active and not yet acted. Well, if it's non-active, well, I don't know what you take from that. I mean, it's strange that a unit can be non-active but still move, but then reinforced battle allows that. But does that negate that restriction then? Because the unit is not active, you know? Because that would mean that if I moved one of these non-active units, or any unit, and it left one of the non-active units in dangerous around, but then maybe this part John's talking about caters for that. Oh, this is getting messy, isn't it? Yeah, this is getting messy. I'm going to have to find out what to do about this, I think. I suppose there's a possibility of just putting this out as a part right now and letting you see it all. Because, I mean, the post and the question in BGG was obviously just a picture, my explanation and whatever. Now you're seeing it all in action before we actually start drawing chats, maybe. Okay, well, I need to get the bit copied across, but I actually think I might do that and just leave this. It's a quite short part, 38 minutes. The only problem with that is if I want to get any more done tonight, I'm going to have to get an answer to this. Okay. And I've not uploaded part 72 yet, and this is 73, so... Problems, Grant. Okay, right, I'll get this copied across, and I'll be back at some point. And if you do see any of this, and you've got answers to some of the things that are going on here, please let me know. Okay, cheers.